welcome to Deliveries and Donations for April 2021. Today we're going to go over our usual stuff with things that cross my desk during this month. We are a little bit, probably a day or so ahead of April at the moment because we've got no power today and I'm looking for something to do. And I already published my last one last night in anticipation of not having any power. So the lighting might be a little different. And my voltmeter is reading a lot more current because we're running cameras off it at the moment. So what's the first thing that showed up? Well, trying to charge my batteries last night, my good Victron charger died. I'm not sure why. It may be probably because of a ground isolation issue in my circuit, but in any case, I've got another one because I'm going to need to charge batteries probably tonight. So the next, these have a 5-year warranty, so the old one's gone back on warranty. We'll find out what happens. Apparently a power outage doesn't stop the RAF. Now I've got these two things here, which are heavy and cost me quite a bit. And these are from Gippsland Bearing Supplies, and they are some 1500 Newton gas struts. These are for the ambulance because the previous ones have died, and they have separate ball joints here, so I can fit the ball joints and then just pop these on. So that'll be nice. That'll happen later today because we're going to camp out there because we've got power, internet and hot water out there. Speaking of hot water, I had a crap shower this morning, so we have another shower head kit, which we can probably see from a distance here. It's cheaper to buy the entire kit just to get the shower head than to buy the shower head on its own. So we buy it for spare parts. Alright, and it's all shiny and chrome because you can see me and my phone camera mount here through the back, reflected on that. And my yapping jaws as I'm looking through the viewfinder. So, alright, there's sure to be more stuff showing up, although my bank balance has taken quite a hit this morning with all of that. So, yeah, we'll see how this month goes. Alright, we're in the field for this next delivery. What I have here is a brand new GoPro 3-way. I have my old one as an example here. This thing can operate in a number of different configurations as shown on the back of the box. There is a mini tripod that hides in the base here. I had busted that on my existing one, so I purchased a new one. That being said, it's still not cheap. This was $100. That was with a discount. But they are so handy. I do so much recording on these. You can see obviously the difference in my videos when I'm doing it one-handed. Let's get this out of the box and give you a quick look at what it comes with. So we got quite the bargain in this box. We got about $50 worth of air in here as well. We've got another thread locking screw here, and a brand new GoPro 3-way. I'm going to check out the tripod in a second. Okay, this is the tripod section. It snaps out rather more firmly than the old one here that I can really just touch and it pops open without any real sort of locking in place. And you can see here, if you look carefully, that at least one side is snapped out. I don't have much chance of repairing that molding. So unfortunately this was the only way to go about replacing just that one component, was by replacing the whole thing. But on the plus side, I have two of these handles, and as I have at least two GoPros kicking around, this could still be handy. I still need another couple of those housings, but we'll get there. I'm going to keep adding to my GoPro collection of parts, and eventually we'll see some decent footage. Anyway, let's move on with the next delivery or donation. Alright, I'm in the middle of a project and another delivery has arrived. Some Gorilla wood glue. This will be handy stuff, especially for the project I'm working on. Alright, it's been a quiet month so far, so let's see what else will show up. Some more deliveries and donations, or more just deliveries, have arrived. We'll do this one first, because the other one I have to pull some labels off first. This, what I think it is a very extremely oversized packet. It's probably quite safe to attack it in the middle, just to upset people's OCD. lots of padding. What, really? Really, dudes? Are you worried about this getting damaged during shipping? Or was it just to make it bigger so that it didn't get lost? Wow. Okay. So there's my invoice on the back. These are new jaws for my Leatherman. Now, in case you're wondering why I'm ordering new jaws for my Leatherman, well, we'll take this guy over here, the one that I used to open this packet. In fact, I had a little uncontained excursion with 24 volts and burnt a big hole in the jaws. So I'll be replacing them shortly. Anyway, this is a Leatherman rebar, by the way, and this is the part number, the 930355, in case you're looking for it. Anyway, let's move on to the next delivery. Alright, this has just arrived. Let's see what's in this. I'm pretty sure by the size and shape of these that I know exactly what this is. But let's just examine anyway. Now, a little while ago I had to replace the gas struts on my ambulance. Now, I managed to get a couple locally for $100 a piece each. This was $60 for a pair, but the diameters were incorrect. I got these thinking that I was going to have a hard time finding the correct ones. Oh, they pack them tough enough. So I've got these as backups. Anyway. Alright. So we get them both out of here. Now these are 1500 newtons, not 150 newtons, which makes about 150 kilogram gas struts. There's no way I'm going to be able to push these in even the slightest bit. They certainly are what they say they are. They've given us the nuts for the ball joints. These might even actually be the correct diameter now that I look at them. But in either case, it will be handy to keep a spare set, or I can pass them on to somebody else who has an ambulance, which might be possible. So these are, yeah, 1500 newtons. The DN 121 500 is 730. So they might be, yeah, they look like they're a bit smaller. I'll check these later on anyway. We'll find out. Anyway, I'm going to go back and replace the jaws on this, and yeah, we'll see what else shows up. Right, we've had some more deliveries arrived, and for this one, I'm in the field. We have some 1 meter tie downs, mostly to tie these things down. We have some tracer rope, which will be good. We have some double pulleys in stainless and brass, and some stainless shackles. Oh, and another double pulley. There's probably some more stuff in here that I've forgotten about. Oh yes, we've got ourselves a rubber mat. Not that it's anything to write home about. All of that's going to be going into the stuff in the background here. So anyway, let's move on to see what else we get. Alright, we have another delivery has arrived, or a donation at this point, of some butt joints, and we are obviously in the field doing a repair when this has arrived. We have a couple of other things that have happened that are hiding in my pocket. Now these are like zinc spade terminals too, I think. I have some other things in my pocket. One moment. Oh, here they are, hiding down here. Some other things that have just arrived are some butt joints, some solderless butt joints, a low temp solder between a couple of strips of glue. I've covered these in the past. I'd want a couple of these for the project I'm working on at the moment. Right, let's get on with it. We're back on the messy desk for this one. This delivery, I think, will probably change some of the video scenes you see on this channel. If I can work out how to get it open. Some of these box packing methods are a bit of a mystery, or an enigma, or one wrapped in the other perhaps. Right, let's have a look at what we have in here. Yes, I think this is definitely it. Definitely. I'm not pronouncing things very well today. So this is a foil kite with a bag that doubles as the tail. So this is a 94-inch LS30 kite, which will be good from 8 to 40 k's an hour wind, which is about the right zone that I need. I will open this in another video, but I do want to see what kind of reel they included in here, and there's all manner of witchcraftry going on with this knot here. It looks like it's a shoelace knot. I don't want to go cutting any of this. That looks like they've double looped that, so we can probably... No, I've just made that knot tighter. We'll get this open eventually. Wow, okay. Guys, if you're watching this and you're the guys that sell these, like, what the fuck? Like, really? I bought this because I don't really want to have to spend a lot of time screwing around with tying knots and setting things up, or crashing drones. Alright, so the actual kite itself is all in here, and they give you a fairly reasonable reel on here. It's certainly usable. I have another one coming that will probably do a better job than that. Yeah, no sticks or ribs or anything in this, so we can just basically throw it out the back and get it flying. So I'm about to disappear for a couple of days, so we might take that with me and we might test it in the field and see what happens. Alright, more stuff's going to show up. We'll see what that is. Alright, we're in the back of the Ambo for this delivery. This just landed on my lap. Now, I got told I was getting an FM transmitter, which I am, but I thought it was going to be 100 milliwatts. It turns out this thing is capable of half a watt on the FM band, so I'm probably going to have to tone it down a bit if I actually plan to use this. Otherwise I'll be violating ACMA regulations. But yeah, I'm only using this for a short project, but it will be interesting to see how that works. Alright, let's see what else shows up. Alright, I'm out in the field for this delivery. This has just landed on my lap. It's a brand new kite reel with a locking handle and nice little ball bearing race on it, and a little handhold that is just a smidgen too small for my ginormous hands. So, but it is lockable, which is nice, and it's got a little eye lead in here. This is going to go with my new camera kite. We'll see if it gets windy enough to fly that in the next few days, and we'll try it out. Alright, well, I've been away for about 4 days and I've just arrived back. One of those days was spent sitting in hospital getting an infusion. But we have some new deliveries. I have a couple of these Anzac badges, which are courtesy of a friend of mine, also a Vietnam vet, who is also in charge of selling badges for Anzac Day. So I actually bought 2 duplicates of each of these, but they've got 2 of them have gone to my wife. I normally try and buy some to add to my collection each year, and I have quite a few. I think that's in last year's Anzac Day video. But anyway, you guys can go searching through my videos for that. If you just filter by the word Anzac, you'll find it. Anyway, they were deliveries. Now, I've had some donations show up of these little thingies. And there's a QR code on here as well. These are apparently lights that run off a USB port. So we might open one of these, and if I can get into the damn bag, we'll see. Wow, between hand sanitizer and MS limited dexterity, this can be a challenge. Let's see if we can get into this. See if we can power it up with something. Let's have a quick look. So I have here a USB power bank. There was a little bit of a blip there. See if we can turn this on. Well, it's blue and bright. Alright, I wonder what colour the other ones are. This one's supposedly blue. They're supposedly all 3 of them are blue. But yeah, they're a little light. That might be handy for me to know when there's power available on a port, or when a computer's turned on. I'm sure I'll find a use for it, but other than that, they're pretty much just a light stuck across a USB adapter. Interesting stuff. But yeah, alright. Let's move on and see what else shows up this month. Alright, more deliveries have arrived. We have a giant luggage strap. I'm hoping, if I recall, that my Waistline is less than 180 centimeters. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check my shorts. I'm not one that shops for clothing. Anyway, this is going to be a belt around my waist. Another thing that has arrived is this will complement said belt. That'll be a strap for my new lifting kite. In addition to parts for the new lifting kite, which is the theme of this delivery, I have eye bolts, 4 of, so I can make a pickavet leveling mount. I will do that in a separate video at some point. I've also got a couple of these little clips with key rings attached, which I didn't realize till these had arrived that the key rings are attached. So I bought some key rings. So yeah, all these will be relevant in a video that is coming up. We'll see them soon. Anyway, I thought this was going to be a fairly quiet week, but things are happening. However, my funds are not happening. This is about where I'm at funds-wise until things get replenished. I have pretty well expended my budget very thoroughly on expensive stuff. So, yeah, for these videos, that's not why I'm spending the money. But in any case, let's see what shows up. Additionally, some of you may have noticed my hands are looking a little bit worse for wear. This is a side effect of the multiple sclerosis treatments. I do get these rashes. It's still better than losing my eyesight, I'll say that much. So, no, I'm not contagious. There's not much I can do about it, though. Anyway, I'll see you all when something else shows up. Well, something else just landed on my lap. I've got some marking tape, or flagging tape. This is going to be useful for a kite tail. My apprentice has got a new kite and it doesn't fly right. It needs some drag, so kite tails it is. Alright, moving on. Alright, well, I've just had a donation arrive, courtesy of a company by the name of Predator Tackle. You can find those guys on Facebook. I might even get around to putting a link in if I remember. But yeah, Predator Tackle. This is, I think, 80-pound Dyneema. It's really thin stuff. I was going to run my aerial kite on some 400-pound 2mm Dyneema that I string my hammock off, but it's a bit of overkill for a kite, although the kite did come with 100-pound stuff, or 91-pound. We'll see how this goes. I might compare the braking strengths. This also changes color every 10 meters or something, so we can get an idea of how much line is out, which is a nice little feature. Even got a free spool with it, which comes from something else. Anyway, but yeah, there's about 300 meters of this here, so certainly we'll get it a lot higher than the 60 or 70 meters or so I had to kite up the other day. So, and it's also that nice steam shrunk rope feel. It's just nice and glossy stuff. It doesn't upset with MS and the limited sensitivity. I've got some textures that are just really horrible on my fingers now, and Dyneema is one of those ones I can stand to handle. So yeah, be interesting to see how well this stuff goes. Anyway, let's see what else we get. Alright, we've had some more deliveries. We've had some mail show up. Let's have a look here. One of these in this windowed envelope here is from Vic Roads. I've officially had my trailer for a year. Alright, so I have to pay rego on that again. That's okay. Trailer rego is relatively cheap. Now this, oh, we've got a gift. Okay, so this guy actually gets on YouTube too. He's Josh John Giveaway, so I'll have to give him a shout out if I just didn't already do that. Alright, let's have a look here. So, I've got the sticker. I don't even know who he is, so it's a water slide decal by the looks. Oh no, that's a vinyl stick-on. Anyway, well, I'll have to check out his channel. Alright, he's good at sticking things up. Anyway, these are some synthetic opals I've ordered. I was looking at an opal triplet, but I decided to go synthetic instead. let's have a look at these guys. This is just a really stunning little piece of stone, even if it is a synthetic one. Very, very nice. I should be able to come up with a piece of jewelry to do that a bit of justice. This guy's a bit different. This guy's got a black backing. So I think this is probably a triplet. It's a thin sliver, but it still looks very nice. This will be interesting. I'll do some jewelry with these at some point. This will be good. All right, let's move on and see what else shows up. So I just went and had a quick look at this channel. I can't figure out for the life of me what exactly he does. It's a whole bunch of really short videos saying there's going to be giveaways, and that's it. There's no real content. I think the average duration is about 15 or 20 seconds on the videos. So, and he's got, at the point I looked at it, 218 subscribers. So I don't know what he does. Maybe it's a sideline to selling all these other things, but anyway, well, the opals are good. I'll say that. The synthetic opals, anyway. They will be handy, but the channel, meh. I don't know. It's not exactly... It looks a bit spammy, to be honest, but I remain to be proven otherwise. Anyway, let's continue on. But wait, there's more. The gift wasn't the sticker. The gift was wrapped up in here. There is another opal. Alright, well, I guess he's paid for a shout out at that point. So this thing's an interesting little opal. It's more of a resin filled little piece of opal in here. Probably not as easy to work with, or really not as stunning as some of the other stuff, but well, it's a gift nonetheless. So anyway, I'll let you guys decide whether you like his channel or not, but you're aware that it exists, and that's, I guess, what happens when you give me a gift. So anyway, let's move on. Alright, another arrival. Well, it arrived in my hand when I went out and got it, but another Anzac pin. These are all ones I don't have in my collection, which I'll give you a quick look at. There's always a message when you're trying to record. Anyway, this is a collection of mostly military badges I have. Now, there are a lot more than this, but the bag strap used to contain, but I've had to replace the bag strap in recent years, so I have somewhere in here the bag strap that originally came with this that's got those other badges on it. I just can't find it at the moment. And I have an original serviceman's badge here and a whole bunch of other things. We'll go over this in a separate video, but yeah, I have been doing this for a long time. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, another delivery has arrived. Typical delivery from China. I don't know what this is. I've had to rack my brains a little bit. There is one possibility, and my scissors have gone MIA thanks to my apprentice, I believe. There is a possibility that I know what these are, and actually let's see if I can check with a Geiger counter here. This Geiger counter has a tube in the side here, so the background level here is certainly not that high. Yeah. Okay, so there is possibly a little bit of gamma radiation coming out of this, which gives me a good hint as to what it might be, and I had forgotten totally that I'd ordered these. Alright, yes, that is exactly what I thought it was. Wow, these were so cheap. These are like supposed to be like, you know, quantum pendants and like all sorts of stuff. Like for people who think that ionizing radiation is good. It's probably not. But we'll check them up close with a Geiger counter because I'm pretty sure these are often infused with thorium. I just wanted one of these as a test source. Let's have a look here. Not much coming out of that one, if anything. Yep, that's pretty much not much above background here. That one's got a little bit. One of them might be, but not all of them. Yeah. These are getting hard to get because they did get reported for selling radioactive material, which is sensible. So these two appear to have little bits and pieces in them, but this one not so much. Oh, there's a little bit there. Anyway, we'll stack all these up in a later video and we'll examine them in more detail. But yeah, I certainly don't recommend you buy these. I've got these because I kind of know what I'm doing, and they're not going to be really near me. Well, they have an authenticity card. Yeah, I don't know if that's a great idea. Maybe they're serial numbering them because they need to keep track of them because they are technically radioactive material. But yeah, I will not be wearing these. Most certainly not. But anyway, interesting for some testing anyway. Let's move on. All right, we've got some donations have arrived. In fact, we've got a lot of deliveries as well. This little collection of stuff is from Tinkerman Mick. Now, he gave me a bunch of these cleaning brushes. I seem to have lost most of them on the way home, but they'll be handy. Some little reset tools that fit inside headphone sockets. That's very nifty. Certainly concealable anyway. And this little thing, which I might even get built into a belt buckle, which is a little combination screwdriver. So I've got a Phillips and a flat blade screwdriver in here. This will be handy. Certainly I'll be able to build that into something and make it useful. Alright, let's see what else we have. Now, this delivery required a change of camera angle. I've got to bring you around over here just a little bit. We'll open this one up. This one should be an air filter. Oh yep, it's from Burson Auto Parts. There you go. It's a new air filter for the Land Rover. It's pretty hard to get confused about what's in this box anyway, considering it's pretty much got all the information and pictures of air filters on the outside. But both the Isuzu 4BD1 and 4BD1T use these, and I have one of each on the Land Rover. I noticed something interesting. The previous ones, they'd put a strip of tape around here, and if you peeled the tape off, you had a little bit more air ingress in there, whereas this one has got that made purely out of sheet metal. So interesting. And they've given me a fresh seal washer and a fresh rubber seal on this one, which will be nice. Take a bit of pressure off the inner safety filter. But yeah, brand new filter. Very nice. That's about $100 worth of air filter. But, you know, my Land Rovers deserve it. Let's stick this off camera, and now let's see what else we have. Next we have a roll of 13mm poly pipe. This is for underground sprinklers. Now, tell you a bit of a backstory. I've got some people sneaking across my front yard again, so I'm trying to keep things a little bit different in the front yard. So I bought a couple of pop-up sprinklers. A couple of these are, what are they? They're quarter circle pattern ones, so that I can constrain the direction of the spray to within my front yard and not over the footpath. I've got an elbow fitting which should assist me with fitting this solenoid valve to the taps, which is I've had previously. I've got some fittings to go onto the main tap and valve system, and I've got a right angle fitting for this one, and I've got a T fitting for this one. So these are pop-up ones, which means I can leave them in situ without them damaging the lawnmower, and they can pop up when they're needed and piss off out of the way the rest of the time. I've got some more zip ties. You can't go wrong without these, and these Crescent brand ones from Bunnings are actually pretty good. Went to my local J-Car store again and got a charging port that will probably get installed on my apprentice's bedhead, so she can charge her tablet instead of harassing me. Alright, I think that's about it for now. Hang on a moment. Oh yes, there's some boring stuff. We've got coffee cups, and plastic cutlery just to upset the greenies. Well, this wasn't the particular reason why I chose green ones, but anyway, I needed to restock the ambulance after Anzac Day. Anyway, let's move along, see what else we can find. Well, that wraps it up for this month's donations and deliveries. It's a little bit late because life happens and other things need attending to. I'm also really tired now, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you've had fun. We'll see how we go in the next one. Have fun, guys.